Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Gregorio. Gregorio is from Tampa in Florida in the USA. So let's see what Gregorio has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello Gregorio, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time for the interview this morning. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for inviting me. I love what you're doing here. I watched a few of the interviews.
Thank you. And tell me, how's your morning going so far?
It's going good. It's a Sunday, so it's a slow morning, slow day, recovering and getting ready for next week, for the following work week.
Do you have like a Sunday routine that you do every Sunday, or you just take it easy? How it goes?
I usually just take it easy. It depends on the Sunday, honestly. Um, it could be anything from just relaxing or having lunch with friends sometimes. So
I see. And do you consider yourself to be more of a day, like a morning, or a night person?
at the moment, a night person because I'm in school at night now, and I work during the day, so I'm kind of up all night.
Wow. So it's been a quite tough schedule.
Yeah, it's I only have 3 months left though, so it'll be fine.
Getting there slowly.
Yeah.
So Gregorio, tell me where you're from.
So I'm from Puerto Rico. My parents are both Puerto Rican. I grew up in the household learning English and Spanish. A lot of times people are kind of surprised by that because I look just like an American. So
You do actually. I would never tell. Wow, that's
yeah, I get that
interesting.
a lot.
Oh wow. So your parents, so you're born in Puerto Rico and you grew up in the US.
Yeah, yeah. I grew up in Florida most of my life.
I see. And so tell me a little bit about the experience, leaving Florida. Where's about in Florida you are from?
So I am originally from Orlando. I now live in Tampa, so it's on the bay.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in the suburbs. You know, we have tourism and Disney that everybody knows, and I grew up just kind of going to school and hanging out with friends. And the career path I took was like social media marketing and photography. So that's kind of where I'm at in life right now.
Oh wow. Actually, you know what? I was working for Disney Cruise Line a few
Oh,
years ago.
really?
Yes, I was based in Port Canaveral.
Nice. I've never been on a Disney cruise line. My friends have, and they say it's a good time. I don't know.
It's one of the best experience I ever had in my life working for Disney. I never thought in my life I would work for Disney anyway. However, being working a cruise ship was one of the best experience I ever had. So yeah, it was great. As you said, when you get to Orlando, it's all about Disney.
Yeah, most people that's what they ask me first. You know, have you ever been to Disney? Do you go to Disney a lot? And I used to when I lived in Orlando, but not as much now.
And why the change from Orlando to Tampa?
A job brought me here. I used to work for Capital Tacos. It was a restaurant that we have here in Tampa. One of my friends started the company and he brought me on. I did the social media and the marketing for it. So I was there for a while and I left and now I'm going to school and working like in an office assisting my job. So
So if I would like to get the Win in the Magic Box to a bigger proportion, to a marketing, let's say prospects, you are the right person for that?
I would be. Yeah, it's been a journey for that. The landscape changes so often that it's hard
Yeah,
to keep up a lot of times. With algorithms, with AI now, it's completely changing.
absolutely. And tell me what you're studying right now, Gregorio.
Photography.
Photography,
So
wow.
I'm doing digital photography, and I'm almost done. 3 more months.
Wow. And so how long was the course for your photography?
This one was short because it was just a program. So I took my bachelor's and master's first, and then
Mhm.
this one is just a photography program. So it's about 9 months. So I started last October.
I see. All right. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your point of views, okay?
All right, sounds great.
Amazing. Gregorio, so before we start our journey within the magic box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about yourself or maybe something that not many people know about you.
Let me see. That's a tough one. Usually, most people don't know that I'm bilingual, so that gets them.
And
Um,
yeah,
but that's all I can think of.
and when you think, do you think in Spanish or in English? Mostly.
In English most of the time, yeah.
I
I've never
see.
really, I don't think I've ever thought in Spanish, only if I'm speaking to somebody in Spanish.
I see. And how often do you talk to people in Spanish? Do you talk to parents in Spanish or in English?
Yeah, yeah. My mom and my stepdad, I talk to them in Spanish. It, I use it when people need help. So if I see somebody struggling, like at the post office or, um, at the grocery store, and they don't know English, I kind of step in. I'm like, hey, do you need help? Like I speak
Nice.
Spanish. It comes in handy.
That's really nice. That's really nice of you to be able to, to help people when, they need, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, and they don't expect it.
Gregorio, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I've got here my best full of random fun questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to relax a bit before the first question, all right?
Okay.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about some reason you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay.
First question for you is, what would your ideal life look like?
Oh, that's a tough one. Ideal life. So honestly, it would be like a house somewhere, and then me and my fiance, and then um, some dogs, some cats, and
Oh,
just friends and family coming over all the time. Um, Honestly, that's my ideal life right there.
so you have a fiance.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
I proposed at in Las Vegas. It was a really good time. We went to this place called Meow Wolf. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No?
No, it's like an interactive exhibit. You play games and puzzles, and it's kind of like set up like Disney almost, but
Right.
art and creators made the place. So it was a really good time.
So tell me the day when you proposed, tell me the idea. Did you prepare yourself for a long time? How did it work?
It kind of all worked out. We went to Electric Daisy Carnival, and that had this big arch. And this big arch was an art installation, and they moved it to Las Vegas to where we were going to go. So
Right.
I thought it was perfect. I had to do it there. I was really nervous when I walked up, and we just started crying and got
Oh,
emotional. It was a great time. So
wow. Do you think he was expecting?
he was not expecting that. I don't think. He was taken by surprise, I feel.
Wow, that's amazing. And he's from Tampa as well or not?
From Florida, from Miami originally.
Oh, sweet.
He's been here quite a while. He's traveled a lot too, but he's been mostly in Florida.
Wow. I can see him smiling right now. You're sharing this story.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna be smiling.
Oh, sweet. Next question. Right. Next question for you is, what are you most passionate about?
Oh, that okay. So photography, definitely. Um, I- Growing up, I was always the one with the camera. As a kid, even my grandpa gave me an old film camera. It was a Polaroid, and I started shooting with that, and
Wow.
it kind of just always stuck. Like in high school, I was in TV production, and then I moved on to college and took some photography courses, and even
Wow.
now, I mean, in my 30s, I'm still going to school for photography and learning more. So it's always a great feeling to get family and friends together and capture the moments and the memories. So for me, that's what I'm most passionate about.
Wow. And do you your tendency of photography is like landscapes, people, places? How does it work for you?
So I've in school I've been learning more out of my comfort zone.
Mhm.
I used to always be really shy and just nervous to approach people, but I've done portraits, some street photography. We've learned landscapes, and I think my most favorite is creative photography. So
Okay.
I still shoot film, and I shoot with a line of cameras called Insta 360. So it's a 360 camera. So I use that along with just a regular DSLR to do portraits as well. So
And the course you are taking right now regarding photography, do you find easy, or there's always something new to learn, or how do you see that?
it has been a challenge. This last 3 months, we've been doing Photoshop, and it's been the longest program in the photography course. And I've learned things that I did not even know Photoshop could do.
Wow.
So it's been great. I've taken a picture of a house during the day and turned it completely into night. So like that's been fun.
Oh, wow, my God, it's interesting. And how often do you go to your course? Is like a few times a week or?
Oh, it's full time, so it's 5 days a week, about 5 hours in the evening. It's
Wow,
very intensive. It's been
wow.
a journey, but I've been enjoying it. There's been some rough times.
Mhm.
Just feeling like, am I gonna make this? Am I gonna get to the end? But I'm almost there now, so it's been very rewarding.
Wow, amazing. It's great when you are doing something with passion, and at the same time, as you said, can be rough, can be difficult, can be a bit crazy sometimes. However, it's just the way it is, and you're just going through that and learning. That's what it's about. Wow.
Having a good support system also helps, like your friends and family who are kind of
Uh,
cheering you on.
Absolutely. Good. Next question. Let's do it. So before the next question, Gregorio, tell me for you, how was for you growing up, uh, bilingual, like having parents from Puerto Rico, yeah? And
Yeah.
so tell me for your experience, for you, do you see it's a plus having both language, or for you growing up was a bit difficult?
It was difficult at first because I actually didn't know English too well, but learning Spanish and English at the same time helped a lot. I loved it from a cultural aspect because I kind of had a point of view from both worlds, like Puerto Rico and the US and Florida. My parents always told me, like, be sure you learn both languages. It'll help you with school, with work, with communicating with other people. So that resonated with me hard, like growing up, um, and it stuck around. It's been great. I feel
I see. And I believe all your family relatives, they are back in Puerto Rico.
most of them. My brother, my sister lives here in Florida.
Mhm.
My parents live in Florida as well. They're closer to Orlando, and everyone else is in Puerto Rico, like nieces and nephews and
Wow.
aunts and uncles. Everyone else is over there. So I visit them. It's been a while, but
I,
I think it's been about 4 years.
okay, cool. Next question for you is, tell us about your first kiss and your first love.
Oh my gosh, my first kiss. So my first kiss was it was in high school. Um, I was kind of finding myself. I didn't really know what was going on in life. It was a girl, and I can't remember her name now, but it was that was my first kiss. I didn't think much of it. Um, Later in life, when I kind of I fell in love with somebody, and it's we're not together anymore, obviously now, but that was my first love. I learned a lot about life and relationships and how people should be and kind of how you should treat others. And that helped me with my relationship now. I learned a lot and be forgiving and caring and just showing each other love and communicating. That was a big one. So
Interesting.
I learned.
It's interesting saying that because our first love, our first experience in a relationship always get us ready for when you become an adult, when you kind of know yourself better, when you realize
Yeah,
what you're looking for, what's your desires. And I think all those relationships in the past, I think even though sometimes could be difficult to know, but it's just part of it and makes you ready for the relationship you are right now. And I think it counts. And of course, our first love, our first kiss is always gonna be there always, I remember. However, it's part of the journey to get us ready for our present. That's how I see.
I feel every part of life is a learning experience. Yeah,
And what's the meaning of life for you? When you think about life, what's the meaning of it in your opinion?
I've been thinking about that often. It's kind of gone back and forth because for me, it's not about the money and making a career is important, sure, but it's the moments enjoying with everybody you come across. That's all that comes to mind is my family, my friends, the people I've met on the street and just talking for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That's what it's all about for me. That's why I'm always carrying my camera because you never know when a photo opportunity pops up.
That's so true. That's so true. When was the last picture that you took that was very, let's say, meaningful or unexpected that you remember?
Ooh, that was it was a few weeks ago. It's one of my favorite shots that I've taken lately.
Mhm.
It was a bunch of seagulls kind of coming towards me
Oh,
because
wow.
this girl threw bread at them, and they all just started coming towards me. They didn't attack me or land on me, but I was so close to them, and the shot was just perfect.
Oh,
I think
wow.
that's been my favorite shot in a while.
Wow. Amazing. Next question. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Next one. Okay, Gregorio from Tampa in Florida. Next question is, what are 3 fun facts about yourself?
Trying to think what that would be. So, three fun facts. Um, One would be I love music,
Mhm.
music from all cultures, all countries, all genres, even. I'm always going to a concert or a music festival with friends. So
Wow.
music along with photography kind of fuels me.
Wow.
Let's see. Another fact I guess would be I have over 15 tattoos.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Wow.
I think because most people they can't really see, but Yeah, I have about 15 or so tattoos. Um, those in themselves have been a journey.
That's interesting. Wow.
Let's see. I'm a sticker collector, if that makes
Uh-huh.
sense. I have stickers from every journey or place that I've gone to. Like every store or concert or a different state that I've traveled to. Like I have a sticker from each one, and I have this big board where I put them all on. So
Wow. As you mentioned about your tattoos, tell me which one is the very first one you ever had? The second part of the question is which one is the latest one? And the third part of the question is which one is the most meaningful one?
okay, so my first one was a Mario star from Nintendo.
Okay.
So I have the Mario star at my wrist, and that was because I love video games, and that was I think I was 19 or 20 at the time.
Uh-huh.
That was my first one, and then you said my
The
latest
latest.
one.
Yeah.
My latest one is a wolf dressed up in a business suit.
Oh, wow.
So I have three. I have a fox, a bear, and a wolf. They're dressed up in business suits because the idea came to mind when animals wearing business suits. And
Wow.
then my most meaningful one, oh my gosh, that is a tough one.
I think all of them they mean some things, and that's why it's difficult because there's always a meaning behind.
Yeah, it's I've gotten each one at a different point in my life, like where something
Mhm.
was going on. So I have an anchor on my foot, my left foot, because when I was younger, I actually broke my ankle skating, and
Okay.
I got an anchor on that foot as a way to tell myself like, don't let this ankle breaking hold me down. And
Wow.
I kept going. I went to rehabilitation for my foot. I kept walking, and I was skating again, and not making the same mistake, but I was still skating and just moving on with life. I couldn't have imagined not being able to walk like
Wow.
that. That would have been terrible. But that's my
I could
most meaningful one.
I could see a little bit on your arm. Show me the one. I could see a
Oh
little bit.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's the Mario Star. So that was my very first one.
oh, I see.
I don't know if you can
I can, yeah, absolutely.
upside down, but
And are you planning for the next one?
no, I think I'm done. I've gotten what I've wanted, and I'm good to go.
Amazing. Good. And your fiance, he got some as well or not?
He does. He got one while I was getting my latest one, so I wouldn't be as in much pain. He went through the process himself as well.
Oh, that's
I
so
thought that
sweet.
was super sweet. Yeah,
My God, that's so sweet. You are just
but
giving ideas now for couples to do the same right now.
yeah,
Words.
yeah.
I love it.
He
That's very
um he
sweet.
got he got a Pokemon one, so
Oh,
it was fun. It was a good time.
wow. Good. Next question. Let's do it. Right. So before the next question, Gregorio, tell me how was for you growing up as a gay boy? Yeah. Did you have the support of your family? It was a bit tricky. Walk me through a little bit about it, your experience.
So that it was tricky, definitely, because in my mind I was scared to come out. I knew that something was different. I knew that I wasn't like other guys.
Mhm.
My friends who they did support me. That was the most surprising thing after I came out. A
Wow.
lot of my friends were very supportive, but I grew up kind of just scared, always scared, kind of anxious. A lot of LGBTQ folks, they grow up just with anxiety and the stress and the pressure of what do I do now? Am I going to lose my friends, my family? Will I be homeless? There's so many things that go through your mind. Um, I feel like it's a little bit easier now, like in these days, than it was. Even back then, because I came out around I think it was 2010, and it was to my mom. Like I came out to her first, and she was very supportive. My stepdad ended up being supportive as well. He had a rough time like the first couple of years accepting it, but after that he was good, and I learned that people can be forgiving because I know they were not used to it with their parents and the things that they would say growing up, like oh, that kid is gay, don't hang out with them, don't be with them. And it was things like that that my parents generation kind of started to break away from, and now I feel like it's a lot. We've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go.
Wow. Yes, there is always, you're totally right. I strong believe as well that, in the past was more difficult. If, nowadays, I think with social media, people being more open about it, expressing themselves and educating people as well. I think there are so many people here, online on social media doing a good job regarding that because they are sharing their stories. They are also at the same time, you know, um, educating people, explaining that, it's not a choice, it's just a fact, it's the same way you were born straight, you can born gay, you can be born trans, it can be different, ways.
Right.
So I think nowadays people, they are more, as you said, people, they are more understanding. It's still a long way to go, but I think, people, they are more, they're expressing themselves in a way that it's helping, people to be more understanding. Before you told your mom, do you think she knew it?
I I think my grandma knew actually, but I I did get the chance to tell her. Like my grandma has passed, but I did get the chance to tell her before, before she got too old, and she was happy. She loved us and loved spending time with us, and she didn't care.
Wow. Besides your fiance, which person in your family you are more close to? You talk the most.
I would say my I would say my mom.
Yeah.
She's the one I talk to most, and whenever anything's going on, she's always there.
Oh, let's see now. She's watching this interview right now, and you have a moment or opportunity to send her a message. What would you say?
Oh my gosh, I would say just thank you for just bring upbringing. Thank you for my upbringing, and thank you for always supporting everything I do.
Hey, sweet.
I know she's gonna watch this.
I'm sure. I'm sure. What's her name?
Lizette,
Josette?
Lizette.
Ah, Lisette.
Yeah,
Lisette, hello here from me, okay, from London. Next question, let's do it.
yeah.
Who has been the most influential person in your life and why?
Ooh, that's a good one. So the most influential, who even to this day is kind of still in my life, because we keep in touch online. It was my high school TV production teacher.
Wow.
His name was Mr. Wynn. So he actually he's gay as well. So it was kind of the first adult while I was in school that I knew was gay, and
Wow.
I thought to myself, like, I'm gonna be okay, like I'm gonna make it. And he was very supportive, and in everything that we did in his class, and he would talk to us about just life and how the way he was treated then, which was it was around like 2003, 2004. So now that resonated with me, like just thinking about that, like I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna be fine, like this is great.
That's amazing. Those people, they always leave a big impact in our lives, and sometimes they don't even realize that.
Yeah, I don't think he realized it at the time, and I
It,
wasn't even out yet, and I think he knew.
it's so interesting you saying that, Gregorio. Growing up as well, of course, I had a rough time because, being gay and, not having support, not understanding much about it. But I had a teacher. I loved sports growing up. I was playing volleyball for years, and she
Nice.
was my physical education teacher, and I loved her. She was very imposed, very strong, quite tall, and you know what I mean. And now I look back, she was protecting me. I remember now. At the time, I didn't realize that, but I remember that all the time because growing up, most of the boys they want to play football. Yeah, of course,
Yeah,
Brazil,
yeah.
you know, and I liked it as well. But my passion was volleyball, and of course, most of the people it was the girls. They were playing volleyball, and when my teacher, this one I'm talking about, when she was asking, okay, you need to separate, and I was like the first one, I want to play volleyball, let's play volleyball. And at the same time some guys was a bit making comments, children, and she was there and she was imposing, she was doing, make me feel comfortable about it, and supporting me like, you can play volleyball if you want to, why not? And at the time I didn't realize, but look back now, I could see she was supporting me, and I loved when she was around because I felt protected. I felt like, okay, I can be myself. Guess what? I invited her for the magic box, and she did the interview. And I told
Oh
her
my
that.
God.
I did, and I told her that, and she was shocked. She was almost crying because she
Oh
didn't
my
realize
God.
that. She didn't realize. They said, "William, I didn't realize I was doing that. For me, I was just literally, supporting everyone." And she almost cried. So I invited her, and we had the interview. It was amazing. It was amazing to see her, and yeah, it was amazing. And I think teachers, people who, when we grow up, we go into school where we have people there that we trust, and sometimes as your teacher as well, sometimes they don't know, and they don't realize how much they mean for us being there, even though without knowing. I think that's it's great. Did you like school growing up as a child?
I did. It wasn't too bad. A few times I would get comments like asking, "Are you gay?" and this and
Yeah.
that. But I don't think I was ever bullied for that because
Hmm.
I was the quiet kid, and I don't know. Nobody really thought about it, I guess, because a lot of people were surprised after high school, because that's when I finally felt comfortable and just to be myself.
That's interesting. Right, I have three questions left. Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Next question for you is, what is one thing you can't live without?
One thing, like a physical thing,
What,
like a
what comes to your mind when you think about?
oh, I would say music.
Yeah.
I wake up, I'm playing music. I drive, I'm playing music. I'm at work, I play music. So it keeps me going through the day. It fuels my mood. It makes other people happy. I love sharing music with friends, and it's just it connects people. So
Totally agree. I can't live without music as well. Like for me, do you know what I realized, Gregorio, the other day? I was thinking to myself, sometimes when I'm listening to music, there's a feeling of gratitude because it brings me to different moments in my life when I could be happy or I could be sad for some reason. But at the same time, when I'm listening to music, I feel gratitude. There's a gratitude here.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you have the same feeling as well. I think I feel so grateful. It brings me some happiness when I'm listening to music, even though sometimes when I'm sad for some reason, listen to music, I feel the sadness in a nice way.
yeah, it definitely it heals. It's healing. Music is healing and comforting.
There's like your top three favorite songs that you can't live like for so long without listening to it,
Ooh. Um,
or a favorite artist that you listen to the most.
I would say favorite artist is definitely it's a band called the Postal Service.
Hmm.
I just saw them in concert actually, and it made me cry. It made me laugh.
Oh,
Um, it's a band that I grew up with ever since I was a teenager, so they mean a lot to me.
wow. And do you listen to them like almost every day?
I wouldn't say every day, at least 3 times a month or so.
And
Because
what's
it's
up? Sorry, carry on.
oh, what's that?
No, sir. Sorry, carry on.
Oh, it's just a band like my comfort band that I can go back to all the time.
And what's about their music, about the band that brings you this, great feeling? What's about what they represent to you?
It's the stories within the music, because the band is a collaboration of different artists.
Mhm.
It it just makes me happy. Like there's a song called "Such Great Heights," and that's my top song, and it has been for years. It's a love story within the song, at least to me. That's what it means.
Wow. Good. Two questions left. Let's do
Yeah.
it. Before the next question, as I could see your eyes shining talking about your fiancé, tell me what's the biggest difference between both of you and the biggest similarity?
So similarities, it would be a lot of our interests, like music, going out and doing things with friends, even movies and video games. I
Uh-huh.
would say that's similarities. We have the same views, and we love the same type of animals, like cats and dogs. We both love huskies,
Oh,
and let me see differences. He's more of a hands-on person. So
mm,
I've seen him create things out of nothing. Like if
wow.
we're going to a festival, he'll make like an entire outfit or like attire for the festival. Um, you give him anything and he'll make something out of it. It could be
Wow.
leather or wood, or he has a lot of passion for like for making things.
Wow.
He's also more, I would say he's more like to the point, and I love that about him.
I see. Cool. Very good. Next question is, what is your idea of a perfect friendship?
A perfect friendship, it would be someone I can just confide in and trust. Um, Somebody who likes to spend time together, even if it's not doing anything. Um, I feel like that's a really good friendship right there. Somebody who's always there. Like if you're there for them and they're there for you.
And your best friends, they live in Tampa as well?
Yeah, I have a few best friends here. Some of them have moved because it Florida feels like a transplant state, so people just come and go all the time and move away. And I've just been here a long time, so I'm used to it now.
And being gay in Tampa, do you feel safe? You can be yourself, or it can be a bit difficult sometimes?
You know, Florida gets a lot of slack for for LGBTQ people, and honestly, living in Tampa, um, it has not been bad. I've never felt unsafe. We have our spaces, like we have our gay night clubs and spaces like that are safe. They've kind of disappeared over the last few years, but that's because Tampa's going under a change. It's growing and things are evolving and changing, and there's so much construction right now. But other than that, I've never felt unsafe. Our mayor, she's actually gay as well. So
Oh, wow.
Jane Castor, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh my God, imagine having a gay mayor like
Yeah,
in the city. How amazing it must be.
I I didn't even know for the longest time. I
Wow,
just found out within the last year or so.
wow.
So it's nice.
And if I would come to Tampa for the very first time for a night out on Saturday, where you take me?
Honestly, so it would be like a whole day. It would have to be a whole day out of it. Definitely the beach. Like we have some really great beaches in Clearwater, and
Wow.
then we have some great restaurants. You know, we have the Columbia, which is like a well-known restaurant in Ybor City, and we have a local favorite, which is Flan Factory, which they have Cuban sandwiches and of course flan. So it's really good.
Wow. How far are you from the beach?
About 25 minutes. We're right on the bay.
Wow, wow, amazing. Look
It's
you.
close. It's very close. We don't go as often though. You'd be surprised. Living here, we go during spring and summer, about three or four times, I would say.
Wow, amazing. Ready for the last question, Gregorio?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let, let's do it. Last
Indeed.
question. Right, but before the last question, tell me, let's talk about photography. Yeah, what's the feeling when you are, doing your best, when you are photographing, when you are, with a camera? Tell me the feeling when you're doing it.
It's for me, it's a feeling of going on an adventure because I don't know what's going to happen that day. Um, being the quiet kid growing up, I feel that having this camera helped me a lot to break out of my shell because people would come up to me and they would ask me things about the camera or, oh, are you a photographer? What are you doing out here? So it kind of forced me to have to talk to people, which I'm so happy for. Like I'm so thankful that now I can honestly say that I'm not as shy and timid as I used to be. So photography for me just means a lot in my life and capturing just the right moment, going home and editing those photos, it just makes me so happy. It brings a sense of joy. It's my happy place, and I'm excited to capture moments for other people. So that's kind of why I'm in school now to finish up this photography journey to hopefully start my own business and get out there and shoot families and friends portraits.
Wow. And I'm sure it will happen. I'm sure, Gregorio, because it's visible. It's visible how much you love it, how much you enjoy. Not just that, it's something about that, as you said, you were a shy person, a shy boy growing up, and suddenly photography just came along and and you found yourself. It gives confidence. You just find the best of you. And I think photography visibly it's something that's meant to be for you. It meant to to come to your life in the right time to show you a direction that you feel the best of yourself visibly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm so
Amazing.
thankful for that.
Amazing. All right, last question is okay. Okay, let's see. What's the best first date have you ever been on?
I would say it was with my fiance actually. So it wasn't my first date per se. It was my birthday. It was a time where a lot of things were happening in my life, and he made an entire day out of it, out of my birthday. So he actually had, which I have here, he had these tins. And what he did with these is he put them up at our favorite places. And at these places, there would be a friend or family member waiting there for us.
Oh my
So
God.
we went to each place. We went to a massage place. We went to our favorite restaurant. We even went to Disney. And he, at the time, our friend was a cast member, and he had one of these tins ready for me to take. And
Oh my
inside was a different clue for the next spot. And it
God.
was the most amazing like birthday I have ever had.
Oh my God, I've got goosebumps all over my body right now.
Yeah, I
Oh
need to
my God, Gregorio, what an
I need to talk
amazing experience. Oh my God, you are the luckiest. Look, my arms. I forgot.
about it. It was such a great time, and we tell everyone just how that journey started and how amazing it was.
Wow, wow. Again, you're giving ideas for people around the globe to do the same right
Yeah,
now.
it is a perfect idea,
Oh
like
my God.
for any loved one.
now it makes sense when you say about him that he's very creative. He likes to make things
Yeah.
up.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, what an amazing, present to give to someone to organize that. My God, that's great. Wow, wow. I just hope one day someone gonna do that for me.
Oh my God. You never know. There is hope.
Absolutely. You threw the ideas now to the whole world now to do for me. I love it.
It's in the universe now.
Yes, let's people be creative and get the ideas. I love it. Just love it. Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Let's start with family.
Okay.
Say again?
Love.
Love, okay.
Love.
Money.
Yeah. Time.
Fear.
Death is what comes to mind.
Okay. Love.
Togetherness.
Life.
Journey.
Sex.
Passion.
Religion.
Controversial.
Friendship.
Caring.
Politics.
Scary.
Desire.
Knowing.
Okay. Regret.
Mistake.
Success.
A measure.
One word for wish.
Dreaming.
Happiness.
Joy.
One word for Tampa.
Home.
Florida. One word.
Adventure.
USA.
I would say curious.
Puerto Rico. One word.
Ooh, tropical.
And the last one now, photography. One word.
Happiness.
Amazing. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your fiancé for a coffee, and I'm going to ask him, define Gregorio in one positive word and one negative word only. What he would say.
One word. For positive, I feel it would be caring.
Mm-hmm.
And then for negative, it would be worrisome. Like always, like worry. Like a worry is on my mind.
I see. If I would ask the same question to your lovely mom, would be the same answer?
No, I think it would be different. My mom usually says passionate, and even for negative, I would say it's not really negative, but timid, like shy. Like she always knew me as being shy growing up. So
I was about to say, she always sees you as her little boy. That's why.
yeah, she's always gonna see me that way.
You're never gonna grow up for her, never. She's always gonna be this little shy little boy. Cute. Let's play now Gregorio and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Right, but before you ask me the question, tell me what's your favorite Spanish word?
Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever been asked that before. I would say sonría, so like smile. I like that word.
Amazing. Okay, you can ask me a question now, Gregorio.
All right. So my question for you is, if you could pick any dream destination to travel to, where would you go?
Oh my God. Oh my God. You just put me in the spot right now. You know what? I'm gonna be very. The first thing that came to my mind, and I'll tell you why. I never been there before, and I would say Puerto Rico. I would say there. I had few guests here on the show, and they were talking like so much, good things about it, and I never been there, and just came to my mind now. Why not? Puerto Rico. I'd love to go to Puerto Rico one day, and I will for sure. So yeah. And if I would go to Puerto Rico for the first time, what to recommend? What's the postcard of Puerto Rico that I can't miss it? I need to visit.
I would say El Yunque, which is our forest with waterfalls, and you can go underneath the waterfalls. You know, if you're feeling brave, you can jump off of them too. But El Yunque Forest is definitely. I've gotten to drive by there, but I've never actually been inside. So next time I go, I have to go there.
Okay.
But
Let me know next time you go. I might join you and your fiance maybe, so you can do it together.
yeah, that would be great. I'd love to go to Puerto Rico again. And
Oh my God.
bring,
And people there, Puerto Rico, of course, the main language is Spanish, isn't it? And I believe everyone speaks English as well over there.
for the most part, anytime I'm there, I just default to Spanish because I never know.
Uh-huh.
They see me and they start speaking in English though, so it works out.
I can see their face surprise when you reply back in Spanish.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you enjoy the interview, Gregorio?
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I love what you're doing here, bringing people together and kind of just showing different cultures and sides of life. Like, thank you. I'm really glad you reached out to me.
Thank you so much. I'm here, the thankful one. I think it's amazing to see people around the globe sharing their memories, their challenges and also their happiness. And I'm so glad that you took the challenge. Since when I approached the first time, you've been very sweet and you were a bit nervous. But guess what? We just made memories right now, and it was so fascinating to see
Yeah.
you talking about your photography, how much it means to you. How much it's great to see a lot here when I meet people over here and they share their passion. I feel great. I feel great because, as you said, it's something that came into your life that literally changed the person you are. You were shy and now you feel the best. I love that. I love when people sharing that because somehow you're encouraging people to look for whatever they feel like is right for them, their dream, their passion, could be anything. And I think seeing people sharing those memories, I think it's amazing and I love it. That's why I got goosebumps everywhere, because people, when they share those love and passion, I feel
Oh
great here.
yeah.
So thanks again. Thanks for taking the time. Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
So it's actually a quote that I came up with during my time in school. It's get lost, find inspiration, and create more.
Wow, I never heard that
Yeah.
before. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's kind of
Wow.
it's how I have felt during my time in school. I felt so lost, but I'm finding inspiration everywhere, and now I'm creating, the output of photography and social media. So
Wow, amazing. Regards to your mom, to your fiance, and you keep in touch, okay? It was a pleasure have you on the show, okay? Keep
of
in touch.
course, thank you. Bye.
Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
You too.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.